Greetings, everybody. What an interesting conversation you had about the recovery and medical model approaches. You used each other very well to help yourselves expand your own perspectives. You were very generous in sharing your stories um, and also in validating and appreciating one another. Um, there are a few themes that stand out in your conversation. One is the importance of tailoring the recovery plan to the particular client's needs. As Connie put it, the treatment recovery plan has to be tailored to the individual, and it also has to be collaboratively designed. And Heather put it, you're the only one that knows your body and knows when things do and don't work. And Scott says each person has their own definition of recovery and the recovery plan and the ingredients that work. As Ajay put it, there might be tons of people diagnosed with the same mental illness, but every person has a different lifestyle, a different mindset, different capabilities when it comes to recovery. And it's important to understand each person's ecosystem. So all of these are different ways of underscoring the importance of tailoring a plan to a particular client. As Christina and Connie point out, the recovery plan and the balance of medical model and recovery model elements changes just as our circumstances change. And so the plan it needs to be different, needs to look differently from time to time. Sandy points out the importance of having a recovery team. Recovery is seldom a solo project. For example, it's very important to have a support network in place. Sometimes friends, for example, and family members can recognize that you're getting symptomatic before you yourself recognize it. And so a team approach is very important. There is this meta issue, i.e., an issue related to an issue, a meta issue related to medication. As you pointed out, people have strong feelings about medication. Sarah, for example, you were saying that due to your own experience, you have prejudices about prescription medication and pharmaceuticals. And that you also know that taken in the proper way, medication can be an important part of recovery. And you say it very well when you say, as a social worker, I need to be aware of my own prejudices in this particular case so that I can best help my client. This is critical for all of us because our clients are the experts in their own stories, and our clients know their bodies and their needs, their triggers, etc., better than anyone. And it's very important not to project our own thoughts or prejudices or even experiences with regard to treatment. And that can be very difficult to do if you feel strongly, for example, that you personally wouldn't use medication. Um, the important thing is to compose in collaboration with your client, to compose a plan that works. Medication is essential for some people to maintain equilibrium. As you pointed out, in some cases it's useful while a person is getting stabilized. In other cases, however, it is an ongoing part of a recovery plan, and well-being is dependent on its use. So this was quite an interesting conversation, and you approach the issue from many angles. Michael, thank you for your macro political perspective, and Scott, for your crystal clear explanation of, or description of, how you use both medical and recovery models in your own work. It's quite clear that you are a wonderful resource, all of you, for one another. And I'm impressed also by the extent to which you are integrating the readings in your conversation. And so my hat's off to you, and I look forward to next week's conversation.